Hey, y'all with these, I got these friends, right? Out here. And let me tell you something. We really do need to support one another. We really do need to start working together a lot better than we do. Excuse me. Because one thing I know is we joke entirely too much on somebody's pain. We joke entirely too much on somebody's hurt. Like, if I come to you and I tell you that my woman cheated on me, or my girl hurt me, or I lost my job, or anything like that's not supposed to become a joke. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be, you're supposed to be supportive. You're not supposed to go around, talking about me because I lost, my relationship. If a person comes to you and they talk to you and they confide in you, you need to be able to listen and keep it to yourself. You know what I mean? Because people want to confide in you because they need a place to release things. And what we don't do is we're not fair. You know what I mean? We're not fair. I can remember, being cheated on and being like the butt of jokes because I was cheated on. You're not understanding? I mean, I understand that it happens to everybody, but nobody should be joked on for being hurt. A friend should always be there for a friend when they hurt. We need to really put that, in the background where we think we have to pick on somebody for, being different or wanting to do something different or hurting. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know where that came from. I don't know where in history that became a good thing for us to pick on each other and crack on and tear one other person down. I can remember a time back in school when, being a young kid, I think I was in school 10, and I can remember a time when people used to pick on me all the time. I can remember a time where, like, they used to call me, like, I used to walk into the cafeteria, and they used to be like, monkey, and I never understood it because I was a nice guy. You know what I mean? I ain't coming there with this cool type of persona. I just, wanted to be a part of it, but because that's how kids was. I think some of the little girls liked me. You know what I mean? So instead of them saying they liked me, they made jokes about me looking like a monkey. And it used to bother me. It used to tear me apart. And as I grew up, I could never understand, like, why did they do that to me, and why did we do that to anybody? Why do we pick on people? If somebody don't look like us or is like us, why do we pick on them? Explain that. I mean, picking on people for not being like you, like, because we all blossom. Like, as kids, we all gonna have our little things because we all changing. We developing. We're gonna have bumps, we're gonna have scars, we're gonna have all types of things that are gonna change into beauty marks as we get older. So what we need to do is we need to really start teaching our kids to support one another, to love, because it starts there. It don't start with us. It's hard to teach like 50-year-old people what to do. They don't. It's hard. Like, so we need to start with our kids. We need to start teaching our kids to stop picking with each other. That, because you have something on, because you got Jordans on, don't make you better than a kid that got Converses on. That, because I think that's the root of it. The root of the problem is because a lot of the problems come from the kids, and they picking on each other, and then some kids develop this mentality where they hate everybody because they're being picked on. So I think a lot of it starts with us. Like, we need to spend more time with our children. We need to spend more time developing their minds, like developing them as younger human beings, like positive reinforcing. Like, stop. You can't tell a kid once. You have to say things over and over. Don't do that. Don't do that again. Or, like growth mindset. That's not a growth. You have to say things like that, because I learned that if you say things like that, it'll get stuck in the kid's head, because I know some of the things that my mom said and like both my parents, actually. Like, I learned that, like, some of the things they said to me, I stuck in my head. Like, so when I'm about to make a decision, I hear them. So I know that positive reinforcing is a thing. Like, you have to continue to say something, because eventually it'll come out. But what we do is we kind of say something once and we let them go off and do whatever they want to do. But we need to, positive reinforce things. We need to do more, be more involved in their lives, talk to them, let them know that they're loved, let them know that they should love other people. I tell my daughter every single day, love people, be positive, be a leader. You know what I mean? You don't have to be say many things. So I want you to teach your kid the same thing. Teach your kid to love my kid. Teach your kid to be happy with my kid. Teach your kid that, like that, it ain't about what you wear that makes you. It's about what's inside you that makes you. I mean, because that's what the problem is. A lot of us are working on our outer shell when our inside is so corrupt. Work on the inside as well. Like, I mean, you could, listen, I was this person, so I can say it. I was this person. I was the person that was walking around with my outside looking appealing, but my inside was disgusting. You know what I mean? Because my heart was like, I didn't know which way to go. I didn't know how to treat people because I didn't know who I was. So it frustrated me so bad that it came out in anger. It came out in rage because I didn't know who I was. So I'm just saying, like, you know, it starts with our kids. Like, we really have to develop our children's minds to love each other, and that, you know, like I said, that, you know, they don't have to wear these shiny things, and they don't have to be like rappers in order to be cool. It's okay to be a nerd. It's okay to, you know, to work on starting your own business or whatever your business is. It's all right to start something that, you know, where it's not lucrative, it's small, and it might fail a time or two. It's okay, but you know what? That gives them experience. Like, give these kids an opportunity to win in life. You know, stop telling them that it's things they can't do. Like, it's nothing that we can't do. We are so powerful. We are so powerful. As human beings, like, we have the power to do anything we can, anything we want, as long as we put our mind to it and our body. Like, if we trust ourselves, it's nothing we can't do. And I understand that because I'm doing things right now that I never thought I could do. I work out every single day, and let me tell you something, that's hard. That's hard for me. I could work out, but not every day. So being as though I'm doing that, I know, like, you know, anything is possible. You know, I know anything is possible. I know that the human mind is a lot of times it beats us down, it shuts us down. Like, our mind is our biggest enemy. And the one thing I learned is when I started to love myself and I got rid of the enemy within me, I was able to see the enemy outside of me a lot better, because I love myself so much. And when you love yourself as much as I love myself, you'll be able to see things that you never could before. Like, I could see my life, my past in HD. I could see every interaction I had with every single person in HD. And it's because I got to know myself, I got to love myself, and I got rid of the enemy within me. And getting rid of the enemy within you just means that you know, that person that you know, every once in a while when you made a mistake, you called yourself stupid. Every once in a while you tell yourself, you know, the negative notations that we say to ourselves, I got rid of him. He's gone. He no longer exists here. You know, if it ain't positive, it ain't here. You know, I know I'm gonna make mistakes, right? But at the same time, I'm not gonna keep beating myself up about a mistake, because we all make them. I mean, we were born in sin. So the thing is, we gotta work ourselves out of it. And we got to teach our kids not to. Like, sometimes I think what we don't do is we don't discuss our stuff with our kids. Like, you know, they say we're born in sin. So a lot of time a kid is born, you know, might be born lying, like a lion. And we say, you know, you like, oh no, he just like his father. I think that's something we would stop doing too. When a kid does something negative, you know, and it's like the other parent, I think we need to stop even speaking that into him. Because what happens is that kid becomes that person. Like, because you said he a liar, now he didn't lie just like his father. So guess what? Those kids pick up that type of persona. And then another thing, when y'all people say, oh, you know, you'll get somewhere, oh, watch him, because he be bugging sometimes, he act up sometimes. Guess what? Your kid hear you, and that's why they act up. Because I know I did. Whenever somebody says something negatively about me, like, oh, yo, watch him, he bad. Like he don't know, he be bugging out. I say, okay, I'ma bug out. And like, watch him, you know, my son, like, you know, he lie, or yo, he lie. Oh, okay, I'm a lie. You know what I mean? So, like, I used to play the game, like, because, you know what, I didn't know who I was. So the things that people said about me is who I made myself to be. Like, I didn't know. I was just living. I really didn't know. I mean, although it seemed like I was living okay life, I was really living like in a zombie world, because I don't think that I really loved myself. I just was living. I was living off of what everybody said. You know what? So I had to get up and deal with what everybody said. I had to get up every morning and become the person that what everybody else created. I wasn't working on becoming the person that I created. I was working on the person that everybody else created because I had no identity, and I didn't even know it. You know, I know, you know, I was who I was because I always loved people, and I always identified with love and, you know, being there for people. But I had no identity, none whatsoever, because I could remember every day. Like I would buy clothes, I would do a bunch of things to look nice, but on the inside I was screwed up. I didn't even know, you know, where I was. I didn't know. I was screwed. But you know, once I left, and you know, I started to, you know, and I came here, and when I went into this cocoon, I went to this dark stage. It wasn't a bad stage because I was with my family, you know. And although it was dark, I closed myself off from the world. I was like more into my family. And once I got more into my family, I started to get more into me, because, you know, my family, they love me, and I just, you know, I love them, and nothing I want to do more than just to make them happy. You know, I want to make them happy, and I want to make them proud. I want to make my kids proud. I want my kids to be able to say, you know what, Deron was my father. You know, Doro staying there, yeah, that's my dad. Oh yeah, that's your dad. Oh man, your dad was awesome. Like, that's what I want. You know, like your dad did a lot for a lot of people, man. Your dad loved a lot of people. Your dad was love. Your dad was love. Like, that's how I want my legacy to be. I want my legacy to be something, like I said, where it's nothing but love. Like, you know, people like, yo, man, I love this guy. But yeah, you know, find your purpose, find your why, find your reason. Like, you ain't just living. You're not just here just to get up, go to work, wash dishes, clean the house, and go to bed again. It's a bigger reason why. Like, I don't know what it is. It might be you know, raising up the next president. It might be you raising up the next person that's gonna save the world. But we all have a purpose, you know what I mean? And it's just finding that purpose. And then finding that purpose, it just means just do everything. Like, do everything and always help others. And you'll find it. You know, just, what does everybody say about you? What does every person that you're around say about you? Like, well, not every person, but, you know, you got some people who say, oh, man, you funny. Oh, man, you know what, you're ahead of your time. Oh, man, you're a genius. Oh, you're smart. Oh, you're very intelligent. And people ain't saying that for nothing. People don't say great things like that for nothing. So it's best that you take advantage of that.